Tonight, report on why a Grant County judge rejected a plea agreement for a man involved in several burglaries. And Space Burgers make a return to the fairgrounds next week. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Moses Lake baseball comes up big at home last night, but the soccer team and Big Bend softball doesn't fare as well. Let's take a quick peek at our Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, I'm Chastelyn Rodriguez here at the Weather Center. High pressures in control, bringing dry conditions and those temperatures above the normal for this time of year. I'll have more details for you very soon.
I'm Amber Jenks, and we have all this and much more on iFIBER 1 News.
From the iFIBER 1 HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFIBER 1 News. Your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFIBER 1 News, and it starts now.
After hearing from victims, a judge rejected the recommendation sentence for a man accused of a string of burglaries in Ephrata, Tonasket, and Douglas County. Judge David Estudio made the decision to ignore a plea agreement sentencing recommendation in the case of Joshua Sauceda, a 33-year-old Ephrata resident. Sauceda pleaded guilty to 4 counts of burglary, 3 counts of theft of a motor vehicle, and theft of a firearm. Estudio did not follow the attorney's recommendation for a lesser sentence and drug treatment. He sentenced Sauceda to 5 years and 6 months in prison. The decision came after at least 2 of the victims told the judge how the crimes affected them. Sauceda admitted to committing the burglaries to Ephrata police. He told police the theft started on October 16th when he broke into a trailer. He also broke into a storage units, garages, and 2 residences before stealing an RV and driving through a fence. Quincy's Veterans Memorial Park will be getting some upgrades thanks to a volunteer group of businesses led by the SABE Corporation. Reporter Joe Utter has the details.
New walls to honor Quincy veterans are planned for Veterans Memorial Park in Quincy. SABE Construction, an in-house construction project for the SABE Corporation, is leading a volunteer business group to install major improvements at the park, located at the intersection with State Route 28 and 2nd Avenue Southeast. SABE Data Center's president, John Sabe, said since the park was dedicated in 2007, the names of Quincy area residents who served in the armed forces has filled the current walls to capacity. The plan is to add 4 new walls to hold the engraved nameplates of local men and women who have served in the past wars and are serving now. Plans call for 4 80-inch tall, 12 feet long concrete walls, as well as new lighting, benches, sidewalks, and landscaping for the park. Construction is expected to begin in mid-April and be completed in September for the Quincy Farmer Consumer Awareness Days Festival and Parade. A ceremony is held at the park each year prior to the parade. The project is coordinated with George Washington Post 24 of the Veterans of Foreign Wars, American Legion Post 183, and AmVest Post 777, all in Quincy. People interested in purchasing a nameplate to honor a veteran or service member can contact the Quincy Valley Chamber of Commerce at 509-787-2140. The cost for each nameplate is $80. Arrangements can be made with the Veterans of Foreign Wars to help with the cost for families of veterans who cannot afford to pay on their own. This is Joe Utter for iFIBER 1 News.
Linda McKay is leaving the Moses Lake School District to become the Assistant Superintendent of Teaching and Learning for the North Central Educational Service District. McKay was the Executive Director for Teaching and Learning in Moses Lake since 2009. Prior to that, she was a teacher, principal, and superintendent in the Wilson Creek School District. The North Central ESD provides teacher training, instruction, financial, and technical support services to 29 public school districts in the 4 counties of North Central Washington. The districts in Okanagan, Chelan, Douglas, and Grant counties enroll more than 40,000 students. North Central Superintendent Rich McBride said he was looking forward to McKay bringing her experience to the district. Now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at primetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
Are you prepared to pay your capital gains? I'm ABC's Chief Business and Economics Correspondent Rebecca Jarvis with today's tax tip. 2014 was a record-breaking year for U.S. stock markets. Investors who cashed in on all the good times will likely be paying taxes on those gains. Kiplinger's Kevin McCormley.
The top tax rate on capital gains is 23%.
But there are ways around paying the price. H&R Block's Kathy Pickering says if you thought ahead, you sold some of your losers before the year ended.
If you had some gains and then you could also sell some stocks at a loss to offset that, that's a great strategy.
Gift wrapping your gains may be a better bet, says Tom Wheelwright, founder of CPA firm Provision.
If you give stock, instead of having to pick up the gain and then get a deduction, you don't have to pick up a gain, but you get a deduction for the full value of the stock. So you're not picking up gain and getting a deduction, so you get a double benefit.
With today's tax tip, Rebecca Jarvis, ABC News.
Now for your iFIBER 1 News Weather Center forecast.
Hi everyone, I'm Chaselyn Rodriguez bringing you your local weather. This weather segment is brought to you by Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. Warming trend continues for us here in Ephrata. High pressure is in control for much of the region, bringing dry conditions and those temperatures above the normal for this time of year, around 20 degrees above the normal, especially for Friday. We're expecting those maximum temperatures to hit that 80-degree mark. We woke up with temperatures slightly cooler for this time of year in the lower 30s, but maximum temperatures above the normal, over 10 degrees above the normal for this time of year in the lower 70s, and that sunset at 7:35 p.m. For Moses Lake, around the normal for this time of year this morning in the mid-30s, maximum temperatures above the normal in the lower 70s, that record high of 79 degrees in 1977, and sunset at 7:35 p.m. Right now outside your door, a little bit of cloud cover, temperatures in the lower 70s with those winds pushing through from the south up to 7 miles per hour. A warming trend is in control. High pressure is in control. A little bit of cloud cover for central parts along us here at Ephrata and towards northern parts for the Yakima Valley as well. But we're expecting dry conditions and clear skies for Thursday around 2 p.m. We're expecting dry conditions and mostly sunny skies are expected for much of our state. And dry conditions are also expected through the morning hours on Friday and even into the weekend with temperatures above the normal. Maximum temperatures for the coastal area from the upper 60s, lower 60s for Vancouver, along Seattle in the upper 70s with lots of sunshine, along the Yakima Valley in the lower 80s, and towards the inland northwest, maximum temperatures in the lower 70s. Taking a closer look at our Columbia Basin, those maximum temperatures ranging from the mid 70s to lower 80s, with lots of sunshine, abundant sunshine is expected for Thursday, even into Friday. Let's take a closer look at our extended forecast for the week. Temperatures above the normal for this time of year. Thursday in the upper 70s, almost hitting that 80-degree mark, hitting 80s by Friday. 82 degrees is expected for us here in Ephrata. And for the weekend, we're expecting sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 70s, a decrease in temperatures in the lower 70s by Sunday, but those temperatures remain above the normal, around 10 degrees above the normal. We're expecting seasonable temperatures by Wednesday and possibly a threat of showers for the second half of next week. In the meantime, temperatures above the normal, dry conditions are expected, and sunny skies are expected for much of the region, even within the next few days. Thank you all for joining us. That was your latest weather from Barry Motors, one great place to buy and service a car. I'm Chaselyn Rodriguez. Now, sports is next.
You don't have to drive to Seattle for exceptional cancer care. Confluence Health's cancer program delivers world-class care close to home. We have a highly experienced oncology team in a state-of-the-art facility, and we're a member of the Seattle Cancer Care Alliance, which gives our patients access to world-renowned therapies developed at Fred Hutchinson, the University of Washington Medicine, and Seattle Children's. Together with the SCCA, we're delivering world-class cancer care close to home.
To save some energy, I've used Einstein's mass energy equivalents to design the haptic suits you see in front of you. They will maintain our core body temperature while we completely turn off our heat and air conditioning. With the money we save on our Grant PUD bill, I'll be expecting that trip to Disneyland this year.
You don't need to be a super genius to save energy and money. Visit grantpud.org to learn how.
Well, it took him an extra inning to do it, but Moses Lake got back in the win column at Larson Field last night. The Chiefs snapped a 4-game skid with a 4-3 comeback win over Sunnyside. Goose Eggs dotted the scoreboard the first 2 innings. The Grizzlies put 2 on with 1 out in the top of the 3rd, but only managed to bring 1 home. Moses Lake got out of a bags-full 1-out situation in the 5th, giving up a lone run to make it 2-0 Sunnyside. The Chiefs evened the ball game with 2 runs in the home half of the frame. Moses Lake had a chance to take the lead but left 2 on in scoring position. The Grizzlies regained the lead 3-2 in the top of the 8th. Felipe Valdivia laid down a perfect squeeze bunt to tie the game. Desmond Ortega's sac fly brought Daniel Ochoa home with the winning run. The Chiefs and Grizzlies go at it in doubleheader action Friday at Sunnyside. The Lady Vikings dropped a twin bill to Columbia Basin in Pasco. CBC shut out Big Bend 8-0 in the opener. Columbia Basin did most of the damage in the 3rd when the Hawks turned 4 doubles and 3 steals into 5 earned runs. Keely Ainge fanned 9 Vikings and gave up just 3 hits and 5 innings of work to record the win. Katie Patterson belted 3 solo shots out of the park to lead the Hawks to victory in Game 2. Patterson went 4 for 4 at the dish with home runs in the 1st, 3rd, and 5th innings. The dual losses dropped Big Bend to 6-12 in the East Region standings. The team is back on the diamond Saturday for a doubleheader at Treasure Valley. Michael Rea and Christian DeLoza scored 2 goals each to lead the Pirates past the Chiefs 6-2 on the pitch at Davis High last night. Rea got Davis on the board in the 14th minute. Gerardo Martinez leveled it 2 minutes later. Ray's second score of the game came at the 17th minute of play. DeLoza rounded out the first half scoring with back-to-back goals to send the Pirates to the break up 4-1. The Chiefs' Anthony Cortez made it 4-2 at the 52nd minute. Moses Lake falls to 3-2 in the Big 9 standings and looks to rebound Thursday at home against Wenatchee. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Whether you're looking for a bigger car to support your growing family, a new truck for your business, or something to pull that toy of yours, we've got you covered at Barry Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Ephrata. Come see us today and learn why your family, friends, and neighbors buy their cars at Barry. On Basin Street for more than 35 years, and with locations in Moses Lake and Wenatchee, we are one great place to buy a car. Call or click 754-2411 or barrysaves.com.
We are real students, and this really is our college.
My dream will change the outcome of my life.
My college is allowing me to achieve my dream.
My dream is to be a pilot.
My dream is to be a nurse.
Only you can determine your dream. Big Bend will help you get there.
What's your dream?
Our spotlight story tonight is a video created by the students in Vance Frost's multimedia class at Columbia Basin Tech Center. He challenged the students to create video profiles of schools in the Moses Lake School District. This one focuses on Garden Heights Elementary School.
Garden Heights has just, we sit around 500 students. I think right at this point in time, that as of today, we're at 497. So we got more largest elementary school as far as population-wise goes. For me, what I value and what I really appreciate with Garden Heights is our culture. It's just a school where I think when you come into the building, you can just feel the culture right from when you walk into the office, or if you're calling, making a phone call. The front staff or front office staff, teachers. It's a really huge caring community.
Yeah, I've got a couple of kids that go here to Garden Heights, and this is my 3rd year coming out for Watchdogs. It's pretty cool because normally I'm working during the day. I don't get a chance to come out. Gives me a chance to see what they're doing, see their classrooms, get to know some of their friends, that kind of thing. So it's a good program. So once I heard about it, I thought it'd be a good thing. And my kids love it. They love seeing me. Their friends are all excited that a dad's hanging around. So, and it's kind of cool to know that there's dads on the school campus, you know, during the everyday, just kind of looking out for things.
First, I'll make a quick trick brick stack. Then I'll make a quick trick block stack.
I see a kangaroo.
Going.
I think I see a kangaroo near the tree. I was actually the magic tree house. Oh, really?
Oh man. Yeah, I love that.
We'll be right back after this.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Experience speed like never before when you connect to Grant PUD's high-speed network. Visit grantpud.org to learn more.
Welcome back. Parents can register their children for kindergarten at St. Rose of Lima Catholic School. The school is accepting enrollment on April 18th for the 2016-2017 school year. Parents can sign up their children from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Ephrata School. Principal Amy Krotseed stated, there are only the 16 spots available in the kindergarten class. St. Rose keeps class sizes capped below 20 students to maintain focus on a personalized education. Children entering kindergarten must be 5 years old by August 31st. Parents are required to provide a copy of their children's birth certificate or state-issued ID and up-to-date immunization records. A man was sentenced to community service for fleeing a Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife officer. Jake Hernandez, a 26-year-old Seebeck man, pleaded guilty in Grant County Superior Court to attempting to elude a pursuing police vehicle. The defendant has no previous felony convictions. Judge David Estudio sentenced Hernandez to 15 days in jail that were converted into 120 hours of community service. The defendant is planning on service his sentence at the Kitsap Regional Library. The Fish and Wildlife officer spotted Hernandez driving an off-road vehicle east near Mattawa. The officer stopped the man and told him he was violating the law by riding on the road. Hernandez gave the officer his real name, started the vehicle, and began driving away. The officer chased Hernandez to a nearby orchard where the man disappeared. When the officer checked Hernandez's information, he learned the man's driver's license was suspended and he had 2 warrants for misdemeanors. Space Burgers are returning to the Grant County Fairgrounds next week. The Moses Lake Lioness Club is opening the booth between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. on April 15th and April 16th, between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m. on April 17th. The proceeds from the weekend are divided between the Columbia Basin Cancer Foundation and the American Cancer Society's Relay for Life. The club began opening the booth for the weekend in spring in 2013. For more information, contact the club at 509-770-1698. In Northwest News, a truck driver got up close to a bald eagle after hitting it with his truck while driving on State Route 16 near Port Orchard. The man sat in his truck for more than an hour holding the injured bird until help arrived. Como's Mark Miller has the details.
What you see in this photo really happened, and nobody was more astounded than Gary Jorgensen.
I just hit an eagle, and it's alive, and it's in my lap.
Gary was heading down Highway 16 this morning near Port Orchard when the adult bald eagle swept across his path. The impact was unavoidable.
Looked in my mirror and I saw this thing laying on the ground and said, oh God.
He pulled over, grabbed his construction safety vest, and approached the severely injured bird.
I mean, it didn't claw at me or peck at me or nothing. It let me pick it up.
After calling State Patrol, Gary sat in the cab of his truck for more than an hour, waiting on wildlife officers, holding a powerful raptor in his arms, aware of its strength, but sensing it was all right.
I'm looking at the eagle, and he turns his head, and he looked directly at me, 5 inches from my head, eye to eye. And I'm sitting there, it's okay. Calm down, it's okay.
And when the bird started to stir a bit, Gary reached for his ball cap on the dashboard.
Then I just took the hat and I put it over his eyes, and
it calmed him down until those officers came and transferred the bird to the experts at West Sound Wildlife Shelter. And we were with Gary 4 hours later when the shelter called.
Oh.
Internal injuries were too severe to save this one.
I'm sorry, I couldn't do more. God, what a tragic story.
A profound encounter between a nature lover and a revered animal.
It was really a humbling experience.
That's going to do it here for us at iFIBER 1 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.